Welcome to some of the strangest wonders on Earth. Stretching from volcanoes and plateaus over 4,000 meters high to rock formations that are millions of years old. These places were shaped under extreme geological conditions where nature is still constantly changing. That's exactly what creates these rare landscapes, opening up experiences like trekking, jungle exploration, and getting up close to unique natural structures. Behind it all lies a history spanning hundreds to thousands of years, where people have adapted to their environment and developed their own identities. From beliefs in rituals to seasonal activities, everything contributes to a distinctive travel appeal that reflects the deep connection between humans and the Earth. And the first stop begins in a place where people have turned mountains and forests into a living masterpiece over thousands of years. Kelimutu, Indonesia. From Flores Island in Indonesia, the journey to Kelimutu starts with a drive along winding mountain roads before visitors hike for about 30 minutes to reach the summit at over 1,600 meters, where 3 crater lakes appear with colors that change over time. A phenomenon recorded since the early 20th century when the area began to be studied geologically. Local people believe each lake is a resting place for the souls of the deceased, so visitors often come across simple offering rituals during traditional occasions tied to ancestor beliefs, creating a direct connection between the travel experience and local cultural life. There are no large-scale constructions here, and the entire area is kept almost untouched, with minimal pathways designed to protect the volcanic terrain. But as you leave behind the colors of the volcano, another world opens up, where every step carries beliefs that have lasted for hundreds of years. Batu Caves, Malaysia. About 13 kilometers from the center of Kuala Lumpur, Batu Caves is a place that visitors can easily reach by train before starting the climb of 272 steps to a limestone cave system that is around 400 million years old, discovered by the Indian community in Malaysia and used as a place of worship since the late 19th century. The experience here is closely tied to movement and observation, as each step upward is not just a physical journey, but also gradually reveals a clearer view of the cave's interior, where visitors can access Hindu temples built deep BTVKH the mountain. The architectural highlight is the 42.7 meter tall statue of Lord Murugan, completed in 2006, which has become one of the tallest Hindu statues in the world and a defining landmark of this destination in Malaysia's tourism scene. Cultural life is especially vivid as visitors may witness the atmosphere of the annual Taipusam festival, attracting millions of pilgrims who perform offerings and carry ceremonial structures along the stairway. reflecting the strong preservation of Tamil beliefs within the country's multicultural society. From that sacred space, the journey suddenly lifts you to extreme heights where life exists in its harshest form. Laguna Colorada, Bolivia. On the Altiplano Plateau in southwestern Bolivia, near the Chilean border, Laguna Colorada sits at an altitude of about 4,300 meters, covering nearly 60 square kilometers and incorporated into the Eduardo of Aroa Reserve since 1973, where visitors must travel by off-road vehicle for 5 to 7 hours to reach this salt lake formed through geological processes over thousands of years. The experience here is directly tied to moving around the lake in thin air that is only about 60% of sea level oxygen, as visitors observe the distinctive red color created by Dunaliella salina algae and mineral sediments, while also encountering flocks of flamingos numbering over 30,000 individuals seasonally, turning the trip into a real-life biological exploration. In Andean culture, the area is associated with Pachamama beliefs that have existed for hundreds of years, so before each journey, guides often perform a simple offering ritual, and visitors can take part directly as part of the experience, gaining a deeper understanding of the relationship between humans and the high-altitude environment. Would you dare to stand at 4,300 meters and feel life operating in a completely different way? And when nature is no longer the greatest challenge, humans begin to create structures to control their own history. Fort Bourtange, Netherlands. Less than 5 kilometers from the German border, Fort Bourtange was built in 1593 under William of Orange to control a strategic route of about 80 kilometers leading into Groningen. And today, visitors can travel Hawale 2 to 3 hours from Amsterdam to reach this site. Inside, the experience unfolds along a walking path that circles the 5-pointed star-shaped fortress with a perimeter of nearly 2 kilometers, where visitors directly pass through multiple layers of defense, including moats 50 to 100 meters wide, high earth walls, and cannon positions arranged according to 16th century Dutch military engineering. The entire structure has been restored to its 1742 condition, with more than 50 elements such as barracks, armories, and a central square, allowing visitors to clearly understand how living spaces and operations were organized in a fortress during that historical period. The cultural experience is fully integrated, as visitors can take part in historical reenactment events held several times a year, where hundreds of participants dressed in 17th century costumes perform military drills and parades, reflecting how the Netherlands has transformed a former military structure into a distinctive interactive tourist destination. leaving behind the marks of strategy and defense. The journey rises to a place where humans once had to almost hang themselves between sky and earth just to survive. Meteora, Greece. From central Greece, about 350 kilometers from Athens, visitors travel to Meteora, where 6 monasteries built since the 14th century sit atop rock formations reaching up to 400 meters high, shaped through geological processes spanning more than 60 million years. Here, the experience unfolds as visitors climb hundreds of steps or cross hanging bridges to reach each monastery, where they can directly observe a religious way of life that has been continuously maintained for over 600 years, every single day. The architecture is defined by stone structures combined with wood, with small rooms, chapels, and storage spaces arranged within limited areas, reflecting construction techniques adapted to the steep vertical terrain of medieval Greece. The cultural element is closely tied to the lives of Eastern Orthodox monks, and during religious celebrations, visitors can witness prayer rituals taking place, which contributed to Meteora being recognized as a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1988. After heights that once seemed unreachable, nature suddenly softens, yet remains no less extraordinary. Plitvice Lakes, Croatia. From Zagreb, visitors travel about 130 kilometers to reach Plitvice Lakes, an area of 16 lakes formed on limestone over thousands of years and protected since 1949. The journey unfolds continuously along wooden pathways stretching over 18 kilometers, combined with electric boat rides, allowing visitors to access each water level and observe the changing colors caused by minerals at different locations. The entire area avoids large-scale construction, maintaining only wooden bridges and fixed routes, creating a conservation model that led to its recognition as a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1979. During local traditional festivals, visitors can combine sightseeing with experiences in Croatian cuisine and music, clearly showing how tourism activities are connected with everyday cultural life. Just when everything seems calm and peaceful, the journey pulls you to the edge where people live alongside freezing seas and the darkness of winter. Moskenesøya, Norway. On the Lofoten Islands in northern Norway, Moskenesøya lies above the Arctic Circle, about 1,200 kilometers from Oslo, where visitors can reach the island by ferry or via the E10 route, arriving at land formed from granite over 3 billion years ago. While staying in fishing villages, visitors take part in activities like fishing, kayaking, or Northern Lights tours, while also experiencing the Moskenesøya current stretching over 8 kilometers with speeds that can reach up to 11 kilometers per hour. Local architecture is reflected in more than 1,000 wooden ruabu cabins built since the 18th century, standing on stilts by the sea to support fishing life, allowing visitors to stay directly in a traditional setting that has existed for over 200 years. Cultural life is tied to the Nordic fishing community, and during winter from February to March, visitors can join the Lofoten Cod Festival with an annual catch exceeding 50,000 tons, offering insight into how Norway has developed tourism from traditional livelihoods. Do you have the patience to adapt to a lifestyle completely dependent on nature? And from that biting cold, you'll witness a flow plunging from a height that almost breaks every limit. Angel Falls, Venezuela. From a domestic flight of about 260 kilometers southeast of Ciudad Bolívar, visitors reach Canaima National Park, UNESCO-recognized area. Here, water drops freely from a height of 979 meters, the tallest waterfall in the world. Originating from the tabletop mountain, Oyan Tepui, formed millions of years ago within the ancient Guyana Shield. The real experience usually begins with a wooden boat journey lasting 4 to 6 hours along the Charun River, followed by a 1 to 2 hour trek to reach the base viewpoint. At close range, the water can disperse into mist before touching the ground due to the extreme height, creating a powerful sense of the landscape's scale. While staying in Canaima village, visitors can engage with local communities and experience cultural activities that take place during the rainy season from June to December, when the waterfall is at its strongest, clearly showing the connection between tourism, belief systems, and the isolated natural environment. But not every place is loud and overwhelming. Some landscapes ask you to stay quiet to understand how nature truly works. Sundarbans, Bangladesh and India. Between Bangladesh and India lies a region of about 10,000 square kilometers in the Ganges-Brahmaputra Delta, formed by sediment deposits over more than 7,000 years, where every journey depends on water levels and requires traveling by boat for 2 to 4 hours per segment. Accompanied by local guides, visitors access the core zone recognized as a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1997, home to over 400 animal species and around 100 Bengal tigers, before entering the forest. A short Bonbibi prayer ritual is often performed, reflecting how local communities adapt to a dangerous environment while maintaining their beliefs across generations. From observation towers about 12 meters high during low tide, visitors can see the mangrove root system spreading tens of meters wide, stabilizing the land against storms reaching levels 10 to 12. The journey often coincides with the Rash Mela festival in November, when thousands gather along the river, combining ecological exploration with cultural life in a way few forests can offer. As you leave this complex ecosystem behind, the ground begins to tell a different story, slower, yet full of mystery. Burka Mud Volcanoes, Romania. From a small road about 5 kilometers from the town of Burka in southeastern Romania, visitors arrive at the mud volcano area in Buzău County, where vents measuring 1 to 6 meters wide are active on sediment layers formed over 3.5 million years ago. The journey is usually done within a day and is most suitable from April to October, when surface temperatures stay around 20 to 30 degrees Celsius. Following trails between mud mounds rising 2 to 5 meters high, visitors encounter a geological phenomenon where methane gas pushes mineral-rich mud up from depths of several kilometers, completely unrelated to magma. The area has been protected since 1924 and is also linked to the local legend of breathing earth, along with small-scale community activities in summer that reflect long-standing beliefs of local agricultural communities. Standing near active vents, visitors can clearly observe cracked, dry surfaces mixed with flowing mud forming unique structures. The journey often includes exploring more than 20 large and small vents and joining local activities involving a few hundred people, creating a distinctive experience that blends natural research with cultural life. From those quiet movements beneath the earth, the journey returns to places where humans have lived and adapted for thousands of years. Hallstatt, Austria. Formed through salt mining activities over 7,000 years ago, the area was recognized by UNESCO in 1997, and the journey typically takes about 2 to 3 hours depending on the combination of transportation used. Using a cable car to reach about 838 meters in elevation, visitors enter a salt mine system with tunnels stretching hundreds of meters, where wooden structures and slides used for mining have existed since the 16th century. The visit lasts around 1 to 2 hours, offering insight into extraction techniques and how people adapted to mountainous terrain across different historical periods. While staying in a village of around 800 residents, visitors experience local life through wooden houses built along the mountainside and small-scale services. The experience often aligns with the Corpus Christi festival in June, when ceremonies take place on the lake combined with boat processions, reflecting the connection between belief, livelihood, and tourism within an area of about 59 square kilometers. But the world doesn't stop there. Ahead lie isolated lands where nature still remains untouched. Naltar Valley, Pakistan. Located in the Gilgit-Baltistan region, this landscape was shaped after glaciers retreated more than 10,000 years ago, forming a U-shaped valley and natural lake systems. Each travel segment takes about 2 to 3 hours depending on weather and road conditions. Staying in villages with fewer than 500 residents, visitors experience a lifestyle centered on herding and farming, while the area has also hosted national ski competitions since 2010. Winter lasts about 4 months, with temperatures dropping below -10 degrees Celsius, ideal for snow sports, while summer is suitable for trekking routes such as Serengeti Lake. As visitors move toward elevations near 3,000 meters, they can observe ice layers 10 to 15 centimeters thick in winter or the shifting colors of lake water due to minerals during June to August. The journey often coincides with community gatherings of a few hundred people, combining terrain exploration with local cultural experiences in a remote setting. And then, the journey leads you into a place where not everyone dares to go deeper. Aokigahara Forest, Japan. Following a forest path about 2 kilometers from Kawaguchiko Station, visitors enter Aokigahara at the base of Mount Fuji, an area of nearly 35 square kilometers formed on lava flows from the eruption in 864. The rugged terrain can interfere with compasses, so visits are usually limited to 1 to 2 hours along clearly marked trails. With a guide, visitors explore an ecosystem with over 1,000 plant species, while also learning how the area has been carefully managed since the late 20th century to ensure safety. The local community maintains educational efforts and small annual events, reflecting how people interact with such a unique environment. Observing tree roots spreading over volcanic rock layers 10 to 30 centimeters thick, visitors begin to understand the geological structure that forms ice caves like Narusawa. The journey often combines cave exploration with walking under dense forest canopies, offering an experience that connects natural features with local cultural elements. In the end, as land and sea continue to shift their boundaries, you realize this journey was never meant to truly have an ending. Mont Saint-Michel, France. When the tide drops below 1 meter, visitors can walk along a path nearly 1 kilometer long connecting the mainland to Mont Saint-Michel in Normandy, a granite island about 92 meters high that first appeared in the 8th century with its earliest abbey built in 708. Access changes daily depending on the rising and falling tides. Passing through the main gate, visitors move through a medieval architectural space developed from the 11th to the 16th century, welcoming over 3 million visitors each year. A small community of a few dozen residents still maintains daily life, while religious ceremonies and evening light events are regularly arranged. From the highest terrace, visitors can observe tidal ranges reaching up to 14 meters, among the largest in Europe. The journey often includes an overnight stay and exploration of narrow internal pathways, creating an experience that closely connects history with local life. From sacred volcanic landscapes, the journey takes you to an ancient land where humans have lived alongside nature for tens of thousands of years. Uluru-Kata Tjuta. Located in Australia's Northern Territory, about 450 kilometers from Alice Springs, this red sandstone region was formed over 550 million years ago and recognized by UNESCO in 1987, featuring a massive rock rising 348 meters high with a circumference of nearly 9.4 kilometers, along with a group of 36 distinct domes. The area is deeply connected to the Anangu people, who have lived here for more than 30,000 years, maintaining the Jukurpa law system that governs life and rituals, while also prohibiting climbing since 2019 and guiding visitors through experiences led by the local community. Experiences focus on walking routes of 10 to 15 kilometers around the base of the rock, combined with visits to the cultural center established in 1995, where visitors learn about history, beliefs, and how people adapt to the harsh desert environment. The monolithic structure and surrounding domes create a rare geological value, while also connecting to seasonal rituals and events like the Field of Light installation with more than 50,000 lights, forming a tourism model that blends cultural preservation with unique experiences in Australia. Leaving behind the glowing red desert, you step into a completely different world, where life moves with the rhythm of constant migration. Serengeti Plains. Stretching across northern Tanzania and bordering Kenya, the Serengeti Plains were formed over 2.5 million years ago on ancient lava fields, now covering about 30,000 square kilometers and recognized by UNESCO in 1981, where migration routes of over 1.5 million wildebeest and 250,000 zebras create one of the largest ecosystems in Africa. During safari journeys by off-road vehicles, visitors move through protected areas established since 1951, directly observing predator-prey cycles involving lions and cheetahs, while staying in camps designed in traditional Maasai tent structures using leather and wood suited to the semi-arid climate. Maasai culture has existed for around 500 years, where visitors can take part in the Adumu jumping dance during the Unodo ceremony marking adulthood, combined with local cuisine and tracking migration cycles from June to October, creating a unique tourism experience based on natural movement patterns. And from the wild forces of nature, the journey shifts toward the peak of human power, where people once controlled entire empires. Palace of Versailles, France. Located in the city of Versailles, about 20 kilometers west of Paris, this site began in 1623 under Louis XIII and was expanded from 1661 by Louis XIV, growing to cover more than 67,000 square meters with over 2,300 rooms, becoming the center of power for the French monarchy until 1789 and recognized by UNESCO in 1979. Moving through the inner palace, visitors enter the Hall of Mirrors, stretching 73 meters with 357 mirrors. Combined with Baroque architecture using marble, gold leaf, and ceiling paintings by Charles Lebrun, while also exploring gardens designed from 1662 covering nearly 800 hectares with fountain systems operating on scheduled performances. Royal life once involved rituals with more than 10,000 attendants, now recreated through events like Grande Au Musicale, held from April to October, where visitors follow Baroque music routes combined with water and light shows, reflecting how France transforms historical heritage into cultural tourism. Leaving that level of luxury behind, you return to a town where time seems to have stood still for centuries. Český Krumlov, Czech Republic. Located in South Bohemia, about 170 kilometers from Prague, the town was formed in the 13th century along the Vltava River, stretching over 300 kilometers as it curves around the urban area. From 1302, the Rosenberg family controlled the region, shaping a center of about 6.5 square kilometers, later recognized by UNESCO in 1992 for its remarkably well-preserved historical value. The built environment includes more than 300 structures influenced by Renaissance and Baroque styles, highlighted by a castle begun in 1240 with the tower reaching 54 meters. Walking along stone-paved streets allows visitors to access houses that have existed for over 500 years, while connecting to an outdoor rotating theater that seats around 650 people, creating a distinctive cultural space. Community life is closely tied to the Five-Petaled Rose Festival held in June, recreating a 16th century setting with over 500 participants in traditional costumes. Activities like boating along a 13-kilometer stretch of river, combined with local cuisine, help maintain around 1.5 million visitors each year. But the journey isn't over. Ahead lies a place where the histories of multiple civilizations meet in one space. Seville Cathedral and Alcázar, Spain. Located in the city of Seville in southern Spain, the site developed on the foundation of an Islamic city from the 10th century, later restructured after 1248 under Castile rule. The cathedral was completed in 1507 with an area of about 11,500 square meters, while the royal palace evolved continuously under successive dynasties. The architecture stands out through the largest Gothic cathedral in the world, featuring more than 80 stained glass windows and vaulted ceilings reaching nearly 37 meters. The Giralda Tower, 104 meters high, was originally built in 1184 in Islamic style and later converted into a bell tower, while the Alcázar reflects 14th century mudéjar design with over 20 richly decorated spaces using ceramic tiles, horseshoe arches, and intricately carved wooden ceilings. The visitor route extends about 2 kilometers, offering a direct experience of over 700 years of cultural blending alongside Andalusian cuisine. The Semana Santa festival in March or April attracts more than 1 million people, helping maintain over 3 million visitors annually. And once again, nature reminds us of its power through waterfalls that have never stopped flowing for hundreds of thousands of years. Iguazú Falls. Located on the border between Argentina and Brazil, Iguazú Falls formed around 200,000 years ago from ancient volcanic activity, creating a system of 275 cascades stretching nearly 2.7 kilometers across basalt rock. The site was recognized by UNESCO in 1984 and is connected to the Guarani community, who have lived here for over 1,000 years, maintaining traditions linked to nature and spiritual beliefs. The terrain is defined by layered rock formations with an average height of 60 to 82 meters, highlighted by the Garganta del Diablo section about 150 meters wide with a flow rate reaching 1,756 cubic meters per second, walking along wooden pathways over 3 kilometers long. Visitors can closely approach this structure and understand how tourism routes are designed based on geology. Experiences allow visitors to get close to powerful waterfalls while enjoying local cuisine. And in November, community events attract thousands of people, helping maintain more than 1.5 million visitors annually. Would you want to witness a flow of 1,756 cubic meters per second at the Garganta del Diablo? After those intense sounds, the journey brings you to a place full of color, music, and non-stop energy. Old Havana, Cuba. Located in Cuba's capital, this area was founded in 1519 along a natural bay about 5 kilometers wide, serving as a major Spanish trading hub in the Caribbean for more than 300 years. It was recognized by UNESCO in 1992, reflecting urban development tied to maritime and colonial history over centuries. The urban structure includes more than 900 buildings in Baroque and neoclassical styles, many dating back to the 16th century, covering about 2.14 square kilometers. Walking through the streets allows visitors to explore historic squares while seeing how residents continue to live in buildings that have existed for over 400 years. Cultural life is deeply connected to music and street festivals held year-round, especially in July with thousands of participants. Visitors can experience classic cars from the 1950s while enjoying local dishes like ropa vieja or Cuban sandwiches, helping maintain more than 1 million visitors annually. But beyond that vibrant energy, there are still places where humans have lived alongside nature for tens of thousands of years. Kakadu National Park, Australia. Formed on geological foundations over 1.6 billion years old and covering 19,804 square kilometers. This area has been continuously inhabited by Aboriginal people for more than 65,000 years. It was recognized by UNESCO in 1981, reflecting the long-term relationship between humans and the natural environment through indigenous belief systems. Distinctive features include sandstone cliffs around 200 meters high and more than 5,000 rock art sites, many dating back over 20,000 years. Visiting these areas helps visitors understand how indigenous communities pass down knowledge across generations while maintaining seasonal rituals tied to the wet season from November. Exploration takes place across wetlands covering more than 10,000 square kilometers, where visitors travel by boat and experience local cuisine such as kangaroo meat or barramundi, contributing to around 250,000 visitors annually. The journey through Earth's wonders may come to a pause, but what remains is not just images of volcanoes, waterfalls, or remote landscapes, but the way each place reflects a deep connection between nature and humanity across thousands of years of existence. From extreme terrains to preserved cultural spaces, everything shows that Earth is not only a place to explore, but also a place to understand history, how people adapt, and the values that continue to be preserved today. If you found this journey meaningful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to continue exploring in future videos, where we'll discover even more unique and lesser-known places around the world. Thank you for staying until the end, and see you in the next journey.